Hey Patreon folks, supporters, everybody, the few people who watch these. If you haven't noticed by now, we've made a few updates to the channel.
We got a new name, and for those of you a little apprehensive to change, we know that you love Dog Cat Man Van. We love Dog Cat Man Van.
Yeah.
But we're at a bit of a turning point with the channel.
We're also out in the middle of the desert and there's a lot of wind. Yeah, we're definitely at a turning point. You know, we're done with the build content, which we've talked about, and we're out on the road. I think it's been about a month now. And we've really wanted to change the content for some time now. I think what we were doing was good for what it was, but the build stuff kind of has a cap. And if we want to do this full time, that's not something we can continue. And so we're trying to make content that's a bit more broad or has more of an appeal to a larger audience. And that's why the name change to Out There was something we wanted to do. The name isn't super specific like Dog Cat Man Van. You know, we lost Archer and we gained Julie and Relly, and I didn't want to name it Dog Gal Man Van. And we also probably won't be in a van forever. This is something we're doing for now. Who knows what we'll be in, you know, say a year or two from now. We don't want to like pigeonhole ourselves. And I'm sure most people aren't super jazzed on the name because Dog Cat Man Van has like a very specific ring to it. But, you know, I think we're gonna be able to make some fun stuff and turn it into something new that people can recognize and enjoy.
And we did even debate just leaving Dog Cat Man Van alone and letting people go there for the build content while we start a brand new channel.
Yeah.
And in reality, that might have been easier than trying to pivot this channel because it's been a little difficult.
Yes.
But the reality is that we made a decision and now we're just gonna stick to it and try and see if we can do it.
It's definitely been a struggle, and we're trying to learn like what this new voice is. I mean, we even shot an entire video for this week and didn't release it because it didn't speak to this new voice that we're trying to, trying to share.
We just weren't happy and satisfied with how it turned out. And there has to be a balance between, well, we want to release content and you can't have everything perfect the way you want it, but you also want to put out a video that you're proud of because it's going to have your name and it's going to be attached to your effort and your goal and
it's going to get
channel.
We want to be recognizable. You know, we want to be able to have someone see one video and be like, "Oh, we know this is an Out There video," versus like, "Oh, this is a van life video," because we tried to watch a lot of other full-time van life videos and they're just boring. But that's not what we're trying to do here, which means it's probably going to be a slow growth for us. But with that being said, we are extremely grateful for everyone who has like stayed around and are willing to accept this change of channel. Your guys' support is what's keeping us going.
And just like your encouragement.
Yeah,
like
the comments and the messages that everyone's sending, it's very kind because we are struggling. It's been very difficult, especially, you know, doing a name change and seeing the numbers drop on subscribers, and I don't know, it feels like a little piece of me feels like I just like threw something away and I'm never gonna get it back. But we're just, you know, we're putting our nose to the grindstone and we're gonna just keep chugging along, and like your little bit of donations are helping us do that.
But on that note, we are doing a little bit of a revamp to Patreon. So we just wanted to give you a heads up and to kind of keep an eye out. It's not really gonna affect any of you that are already with us. It's more about us kind of rededicating ourselves to Patreon. And so what we've done is we've gone through and come up with some new names and some new perks that are gonna be assigned to each of the Patreon tiers. And we're gonna be more strict with ourselves about delivering those little bits of bonus content and these kinds of check-ins with you guys for the tiers that applies to. And then for the other tiers, we have kind of some new special fun perks.
For this video, we can share with you a little bit of one of the videos that we didn't release this week. So here's a little glimpse at some bonus content. We're right here. And we're gonna go out there.
Slot canyon, slot canyon, slot canyon.
Wow.
while we were looking for like cool and exciting things to do, because I saw that this guy had rappelled down like an 80-foot dry waterfall into a slot canyon, and I thought that was pretty epic, and that we would do it, and that we would do it with our dogs. And then I called and I asked if they were still allowing rappelling, and she's like, what? We've never allowed rappelling. Then I let them know that there's
She blew it for
a bunch
everyone.
of blogs that talk about how they go climbing in the canyon, and then when we showed up today,
And bought our pass.
they specifically said no rappelling and no rock climbing, and I think it's because of me. You got it. Good boy.
You got it, Rock. Oh! Testing up.
Warming up.
Whoa, Relly's going for it.
Come on, Rock. Come on, Bubba.
Keep going.
Come on. Yeah.
All right. This is where the rappel was supposed to be. Yeah. Well, that's that. He's in his element.
That's never your dog.
All right, you guys want some water? Now what?
We made it, and we stopped for a water break, so now it's time to head back. Along with the new name and the new logo, we're also working on some new merch. Now, it's not right around the corner, so get excited, but not too excited. But we are working on some new designs for stickers and t-shirts, as well as I think we're gonna bring back some of the OG merch just for everyone who's still really in love with Dog Cat Man Band. So we'll see if this new structure works. I mean, we're excited about the content that we're making now because we think it's different.
Yeah.
We get to be creative.
And we're finally not in my mom's driveway. We're actually out and traveling and having fun, and like we have a list of ideas of fun things to do. It's just being able to get there and turn them into a watchable video.
Yeah.
We've got some good ones like coming up that we have planned. We're hopefully gonna find some fossils here this coming week, maybe.
We're really trying to do like a mix of humor and entertainment with like little bits of education.
We're finding that a lot of people dip out when we start to lay out some facts. Which is a bummer. We realize that, and maybe that's something we can do as extra for Patreon. We can then like take those moments that we record about us blabbing of all these facts and send them as bonus content here.
Yeah, let us know if you'd be interested, because I did all this research on the dunes and like how they were formed and why they're like that, and
the
about
barefoot
the minerals.
walking
too. Yeah, and the barefoot walking about like indigenous tribes.
And we just cut it.
It was too much. People don't stick around and watch it.
Based on the analytics,
yeah. But there's a lot of good stuff there. So if you guys are interested, maybe we just filter it to Patreon.
Yeah. And with that being said, you know, this new structure and layout, please let us know. You know, we'll take your opinions.
If you're enjoying it,
and try to incorporate everything you guys say into what we're doing moving forward, if it, you know, works with what we're trying to do. We are still in New Mexico. We have like 2 things left to do here, and then we're headed into Arizona. And we were curious if any of you guys have any suggestions on fun things that maybe you've done or were hoping to do that you'd like to see.
I mean, we want to do things that people are going to like gravitate towards, but we also want to do things that are different. So we're probably not going to go to the Grand Canyon. We've both been there before. Lots of people all around the world have been there. So it's probably not something that we're going to do. But if you have anything different, like we kind of saw.
Strange, unique.
A company that teaches you how to be trapeze artists.
Yeah, or things that we could put a twist on to make different, you know, those catchy titles, those catchy thumbnails. We're working on it. We're trying to get those so we have better click-through ratings and we can get out to more people.
So that's it. We just wanted to give you a little heads up that there are going to be some changes to the Patreon. You'll probably see some perks be retired that we weren't using, and you'll see some new perks come into play that we are really going to make a push to like be accountable for.
And again, your support is seriously like a big chunk. It's like 50% of what we've got coming in each month. So we really do appreciate you guys being here, sticking around and helping us do all this stuff because we're going after it. We're chasing it. We're really
we're all in at
out
this
there
point.
Right now. And I just realized I've been staring at the screen on the side here the whole time, but I've been squinting, so you might not be able to notice. But I'm gonna say it because I'm not gonna go record this again. Thanks. Thanks, guys.